Hey guys, I'm so proud of you for making it to day 6. And this is probably one of my favorite topics to talk about because I struggled with it so hard in the beginning of this business, and that is rejection. Rejection and failure are just part of life, and if we never figure out how to get past rejection, you'll never be able to open up your horizons and discover something that you wouldn't be able to if you just got past that fear of not giving a yes. And so the hardest part for me in the beginning was I was just terrified someone was going to say no, or someone was going to unfollow me or not want to be my friend because I was getting in better shape and they were like scared I was going to ask them to be part of this amazing journey. And so for me, I was just so terrified of that. And it totally was a mindset shift I had to get over, that a no doesn't mean no for now. And that didn't really occur to me. Like, people always said that, but it didn't really occur to me until I had invited all my friends in like December of last year, and all of them by probably August of this year have signed up at least once or did a workout with me or something, because they all said no in the beginning. Like, the first people that ever got started on their journeys with me were not my good friends. They were just like people on Instagram, social media, acquaintances, but they weren't my good friends. And so it really took me 6 months for my close friends to believe in me and trust me that this was going to work for the long run. And you're always just planting a seed. Every time you're inviting or talking to anyone, you're planting a seed for further down the road, because it always does take 2, 3, 4 times for someone to see something, talk to you, and then finally commit to it. And you just can't let the fear of rejection hold you back. Because if you let that hold you back in life or in this business, you will not succeed. You won't be able to get far, and you won't be able to get past that barrier. And even this has to do with like relationships, like fear of rejection in relationships, social settings, friends, professional careers, wherever it is. You cannot be fearful of rejection. You just can't. And like, it's just hard because it was a mindset shift where I was like, if someone tells me no, they're just not ready right now, because you have to be physically and mentally ready, not even physically, mentally ready to take on something that is bigger than yourself and that might scare you a teensy tiny bit, but that's a good thing. It's pushing you farther in life. And our job is just to get no's, honestly. In the beginning, get no's. Get 100 no's, because that is just taking you one step closer, one seed closer to your goal. If down the road those 100 people end up signing up with you, which ended up happening, I was able to help over 100 people in my first year. It just starts to become that trickle down effect, where it's the compound effect as you're inviting every day, and then those people start to see it and they start inviting and they start seeing your posts, and every time they say no, they're just going to look a little closer into what you're doing. They're going to watch your stories a little bit more. And once you get people that are saying no because they have some type of excuse like timing, well, what you're going to do is you're going to squash that with an objection that we call. So like timing, like, oh, well, I couldn't start this because I didn't have an hour of my day. Like, as the middle of volleyball season, I needed 30-minute at-home workouts or on-the-go workouts I could bring anywhere, and I was able to get an amazing workout in 30 minutes. Do you have 30 minutes in your day? And right now with Transform 20, it's only 20 minutes of your day. So finding ways to like squash objections that people are giving you, like money. Oh my gosh, well, girl, I totally feel you. Like, I had no way. I had to wait a few months to be able to save up for that initial challenge pack. But once I started coaching, I was able to make it up in my first month by helping 3 people. And the other day I was just looking at Bikram Yoga, and for 2 months at Bikram Yoga, it's the same price as the workouts you're getting for the entire year. What great savings you're actually getting. So just finding ways to object what people are saying to you is a key way to get past the rejection and fear of no's. And then also, if someone's like, no, it's just not a good time right now, reaching out to them and saying, hey girl, like, I know today, like right now is not a great time for you, but is there anything I can do for you in the meantime? Because if you're willing to put some time into someone that hasn't spent money or like signed up with you yet, they're going to be like, well, what is she going to do once I do pay? And I'm not a free customer anymore. Is she going to put even more time into me? So you're really building that relationship from the ground up, from before they're even an actual customer with you. And then you're always going to love on them. Like, okay, I'll love you no matter where. I'm going to find you wherever you're at in your journey, and I'm not running away. So when they do decide that they're ready to start a journey, they're not going to go to Planet Fitness. They're not going to go to 24-hour, the local club. They're going to come to you for their answers. They're not going to go to other people because they know you've been there from the start when they weren't ready, and you have loved on them every single day since. And, um, and nobody has time. It's hard because that is a huge thing a lot of people get, is that the timing. And like we talked about, there's different hour workouts and minute workouts that you can do, but when it comes to the coaching objection where it's like, I just can't add one more thing to my plate, it's like, girl, me too. Like, I probably should never have started this business because I was in full-time school. I was taking 18 credits. I was a full-time athlete. I had 2 jobs at the time, but I was ready to take on one more thing, and maybe I shouldn't have, but it became the reason why I wanted to show up every single morning and do something better for myself. And this business is made for people that are busy. It's not made for, like, initially it wasn't ready for people that just wanted to be stay-at-home moms. It was for people that like needed on-the-go fitness or needed something quick so they can become healthy, and the shake was perfect for in the mornings when they're running out the door. It's made for busy people, and that's the best thing, is that it's not made perfectly for this person that has all the time in the world to get their workout in. That's why we have workouts that are 60 minutes, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is that you need, they give that to you. And all you have to be willing to do is do that workout and drink your shakes every single day, no matter what. Those are the vital behaviors that we talked about previously, and those are the key foundation that's going to put you apart when you're showing up every single day in your business. And oh my God, one thing people say all the time, I just don't get how you're so motivated. And you have so much motivation to get up in the morning and do your workouts. Well, to be honest, motivation doesn't exist. And some mornings I don't want to do my workouts, girl. Like, I'm so human that it's insane. But I do it anyways because it makes me feel good. It crushes my anxiety. It makes me start off the day on a great foot. And yeah, maybe makes me wake up 30 minutes sooner than I would have had to. But in the end, you'll wake up, do your workout, get on with your day, and you don't have to worry about it at the end of the day. And so the power comes from those objections and not being like rude and blatant about it, but finding other ways to combat those with like how you feel and adding your emotion and how you feel and how you felt and then how you found a solution to that. So feel, felt, found is a great way to think about objections when you're coming across someone. And you're just putting those seeds in the plant, and one day it's going to bloom and you're going to have an amazing customer that's maybe ready to be a coach as well because of how much time you put into them. They're so motivated by that and by you as a person. And always people that are ignoring you. Like, I was always scared that like I was going to send out 57 invites or whatever my number of the day is. And most of the time, guys, I do. Like, I get ignored. I maybe send 57 invites and I get 20 replies and 30 people just don't even reply, but they see it. But those people are still watching my stories. Every time I look, their name is still watching my stories. So it's not that they're uninterested. It's not like they're completely unfollowing me, but maybe it's not the right time for them. But that's why I'm going to keep showing up, keep loving on them no matter what at the end of the day. And that's one of the mistakes I made early on in this business, that I was only sending about 10 invites a day. So when I wasn't getting replies, I was really confused. But once I started to up the number of invites, it's when you're starting to get people talking to you. So don't be afraid to go for 100 no's. Maybe you get 50s that want to talk to you and you get 5 people that are ready to sign up. You're at Success Club 10. And that's the most beautiful thing in the world, is that it doesn't matter what those 40 people that aren't ready for it yet, or the 50 people or whatever it is, you're just planting the seeds and starting conversations. You're always one step closer. So once you get that rejection, you got to find the light in the rejection, find that little thing where it's like, okay, there's that hope that maybe something else is going to resonate with them and it's going to work. And so don't get freaked out when you're getting rejected, and do not be scared to fail, because the people that are fearless in this business are the ones that are at the top of the company, because they're fearless and they do not care if they get rejected, but they're going to invite every single person. So if you're not inviting your friends and family, I am sure that someone else in this company is going to invite them, because that's how, like, that's what their daily chores and their daily work ethic is that they're going to invite whoever they can find. So if you're not asking your friends and family and really getting on top of it now, they're going to find them. So make sure you're talking to everybody. Just be fearless, go out there and invite more people than you think you possibly can. And like one tool too is like you go through your followers and go through like letter A for the day and invite everyone that shows up for A, and then go through B and C and all the way down, and you'll never run out of people to follow. And it always comes back down to, are you constantly following people every single day and adding to your network? Because that's where you're never going to run out of people. But as soon as you stop adding, then you're going to be like, I don't have anyone to talk to, I've invited everyone. And I still have never had that moment in my business that I've invited everyone and I've had no one to invite. So constantly adding, be fearless, go out there and get rejected. Because once you get rejected, you're going to be able to find a way to battle that back and find that customer, and you're going to get them down the road. But plant that seed now, and you're going to have an amazing 2019. Bye.